Alright guys, we're here to answer the age-old question. Do they work or don't they work? That's right, I got Sumo Springs. We've heard from multiple sources these work amazingly to take out some of that earthquake that happens in the RV. Hopefully this works, right? Because when you get to your campsite, you're getting ready to set up, you open up the door for the first time and you go, what fell? What broke? What went wrong, right? Well, these are supposed to help take that stuff away, at least some of it, right? Because I mean, it's a rolling earthquake. Anyways, before I installed them, about a week or so ago, on a travel day, I convinced my wife, let me tell you, she was terrified of this, to let me take a gallon of water, right, and put water in it with some food coloring so it would notice it, you could see it sloshing. She wouldn't let me just put it on the countertop and let it slide around. She said, if I made a mess, that was it. I would be a dead man, and we don't want that, right? So, yes, it was put on the countertop with one command strip on the bottom so it would stay in place. But even in then, you can see it sloshing some water around, right? We can see. Well, after I install the Sumo Springs, I will do the same thing. I will one command strip again, put it on the countertop, and we will take some footage and we'll see how much that water sloshes around. I'll let you know. All right, let's get these things opened up, see what's entailed, and get them installed on the RV. Ooh, bubble wrap. Because we love to do that, right? It's a box within a box. Alright. Good thing I got my knife, huh? Instructions. Woo! Sticker! Instructions. Another sticker! We got hardware. We got springs. We got spacers. Alright. Another spring. Paper. It's like Christmas. Ooh, nothing there. Alright. I bet you the other box has the same exact thing, doesn't it? Haha! More instructions. We don't need those. Haha! More hardware. Stickers! More springs with spacers. More paper. That's it. Actually, I probably should get the instructions so I know what size bolt I need, right? Or wrench socket, because it doesn't tell me what size socket. We'll have to figure this out. All right, let me go get my tools. We'll get this installed. All right, it is now 11:11. We'll see how long this takes, because I heard it's really simple to get these things installed. All right, I lied. I needed instructions. I could probably install them, but I just wanted to make sure I installed them properly. So one thing I did previously is I measured the height of my trailer and the axle plate before we came here with the full load on the trailer. So I know I have about 5.5 inches, right? So I know I need to get these things preloaded, kind of pre-built. The other thing I did find out, it's a 9/16 socket for the nuts. So let me go ahead and get these things opened up, kind of pre-assembled, and we will see how these all go together, right? I know I'm going to need at least one spacer, maybe the second one, not sure. We'll find out. So I know the long one has to go on top of the short one, right? If you see, there's two different ones, so it goes like that, right? And then you take one of these carriage bolts, I'm thinking I need the longer one here. Put it in. Then you're supposed to take a little of this thread locker stuff. And then you got your plate here. Put your plate through. Take the springs. Just kind of start it on there, right? Get it kind of, you know, easier said than done. Just hand tighten so we can still move these springs back and forth. Right? And then you take these longer bolts. Take the long bolt, put it in, take a washer, and just go ahead and get those started, right? So I'm going to go ahead and assemble the other three, crawl underneath, and we'll get these things installed. Be right back with you. All right, guys, we have all 4 of our springs assembled here. All right, if you see here, look. All right. Now let's crawl up underneath the rig and get them installed. All right, guys, as you can see, we are now under the rig. I've got my Sumo Springs. All right, I got the trailer jacked up so that I can get easy access to these things. So now what it says is you put the Sumo Spring on the axle plate, all right, and get it so it's centered up kind of on the frame. Then you tighten up the Sumo spring, right? And now the next step is to go ahead and tighten up that nylon locking nut, right? That is why I brought the long socket. Alright, all done with that one. Now time to do the other 3. Alright, guys, all done. I got all 4 springs installed on the axles. Now it's just a matter of crawling out from underneath here, getting cleaned up, and having an adult beverage. Alright, guys, all done. It was 11:50 when I was crawling out from underneath the RV, so hey, less than an hour to get those things installed. Not too bad. And all the tools that I needed was a knife to cut open the box, tape measure to take a quick measurement, and 9/16 deep socket, because once you've got the nut tightened on there, you need that. So, and I got spare parts. Don't tell Tanya, because when there's spare parts, I might have messed something up. Shh, but it's okay. They actually give you spare parts in case you have to relocate your brake lines. Alright guys, I know you all want to know, how did the Sumo Springs do? Well, we've driven about 1,500 miles from North Carolina down to Florida on the 95 through South Carolina, which we all know is a bit of a mess. And in fact, on our way up, before we had put the Sumo Springs on, this sign up here, right there, had fallen down at one point. So we put the Sumo Springs on and it seems to be staying up. I think it did good. The water, we haven't had anything broken. We have not had anything really broken since we put them on. I'm happy with it. I'm super happy with it.
I can't with you.
Bye-bye, everybody! All right, now we're on. All right, don't they work? We're here. That's right. My sign fell again. Gurgles! Take 5 million. Ha! All right, the joys of editing.